Matthew could soon affect areas all across the Southeast, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. I want to emphasize to the public, this is a serious storm. We hope for the best, but we want to prepare for the worst.
We knew Hurricane Matthew was a very strong and dangerous storm. And unfortunately, over 800 people died in Haiti at some point during its trajectory. And so we had to prepare our team so they could keep all of our providers out of harm's way.
Once we got within 2 to 3 days, we all started to decide that this is a high probability that we were going to have a pretty direct hit from the hurricane. We were in full disaster mode trying to decide how are we going to handle this.
Preparation is the key to any emergency type situation, and that's what we do for a living anyway, right, is prepare for emergencies. And in the past when we've had storms, we know that things will sort of settle down during the storm itself, but after the storm, we're open. Many other facilities are not open. So when that happens, we tend to get all of the volume in the area. So we plan ahead to have our clinicians situated to be able to respond to that.
TeamHealth was very proactive. Within probably about an hour of us, the notification going out that we need to prepare for Hurricane Matthew that has been upgraded. The first person I saw was Dr. Kelegama, who's the lead director of the hospice program here, and Dr. Rosenblatt asking, hey, what do we need to do? What's our role in this? How can we help care for the patients here at Pembroke?
Shortly after hearing that the storm was likely headed our way, we got connected with the command center, and that really changed our whole approach because we had clear messaging of how TeamHealth would come together as a team to deal with this situation. So we were connected with other service lines and other locations, learning from how they're preparing. And then we were also connected with experts in disaster planning who were able to guide us and provide support.
We were having numerous calls each day with TeamHealth essentially asking over and over again, what do you need? What else can we provide? Is there anything we're not thinking of? What can we do to help you be ready to make sure that we can take care of all of our patients? And so that was extremely reassuring to know that we weren't alone.
The calls were every 4 hours. And typically we had the leadership team on the call, which was, half a dozen people. But then we had at sometimes as many as 100 people call in.
We, of course, had our home office folks on every call, putting up resources such as the airplanes that we have that sit in Knoxville. They were on the phone with FEMA, getting helicopters if we would need them, and all those kinds of things were happening. We ended up not using a lot of it, but just the ability to pull on those resources and know that you had that in your back pocket was great.
Many of our people had to stay behind, stay in a hotel, stay at friends' houses, that sort of thing, while their families were evacuated. And TeamHealth was very generous with supporting us, providing hotels, providing meals at times, providing financial support for those physicians to stay in the area and be available to the facilities where they worked.
Very humbling, sitting in the command center, to hear how much physicians were willing to participate, engage, and give of themselves during this storm. We had people who stayed days at the hospital. We had physicians willing to go across state lines. We had physicians who came out to help even if it wasn't something medicine related. So that ability to rely on resources like that made putting our clients and our patients and our providers first and making sure we could get them through that storm. It was phenomenal.
Never ceases to amaze me how good this company is, and the things they do for the providers, and how they take care of us, and how they look after us. And this disaster committee was a perfect example of that, of people taking time around the clock to look out for everyone else's interests. I challenge any other company to do that. We really did something special here. We did this because we care about our people.